Lexus's slogan for the ES Hybrid is efficiency without compromise. But what if the car that it starts with is compromised? I'm George Kennedy for CarGurus, and I'm worried that the Lexus ES300H doesn't live up to its reputation. Sure, it's efficient and reliable, but look a bit more closely and you start to see some issues with this hybrid sedan that everyone loves to love. First things first, its looks. Lexus has long had staid, traditional looks for its vehicles, but apparently either car buyers or automotive critics piped up and said Lexus needed to be more exciting. So, rather than actually making its vehicles more exciting, in 2016, Lexus threw on a new garish hourglass spindle front grille and carried it over to 2017. But remove that and you still have a sleepy, sensible sedan. Lexus says the 6th generation ES shares less mechanically with the Toyota Camry than past iterations of the ES. But you can tell that this vehicle and the Camry are on the same platform. The Camry has gotten cheaper in the past few years, and in the context of other newer luxury cars, so is the ES. Spending time in the spacious, flowing Genesis G80 or the energetic Jaguar XF suggests Lexus might be mailing it in with cars like the ES. The ES feels cheap at times, and even as I was trying to tell myself that maybe I was being too critical or being a hater, I noticed this. The door slamming sounds and feels hollow. It's not doing the ES any favors. You get behind the wheel and the interior feels cramped, and it's hard to find an ideal seating position. The seat doesn't move far enough back, and even given that, the steering wheel doesn't telescope far enough. It feels like Lexus didn't consult anyone over 6 feet tall about the ES's interior. And if that sounds familiar, it's because I had the same critique of the Toyota Camry. Like the Camry, the rear seat of the ES is pretty spacious, which is surprising considering how tight things are up front. Past generations of the ES always seem to have a flowing dash, but Lexus does away with that in the new ES. And while it does feel kind of cold, the layout is logical. The separate cup holders feel weird, but make sense, and controls for the heated seats, heated steering wheel, and power rear sunshade are all easily reachable. Also, for as wild as car interiors are becoming from a design and layout standpoint, at least Lexus had the sense to keep traditional dials for the volume and radio tuning. For most everything else, look to the screen in the center of the dash, operated via the remote touch controller. I prefer an actual touch screen, but remote touch works surprisingly well, especially compared to other luxury infotainment systems like BMW's iDrive and Mercedes-Benz Command. The system provides a free-floating cursor and some easy-to-remember buttons on the controller for home, menu, scrolling, and more. Our test model has the added navigation and Mark Levinson premium audio package. This is a nearly $2,600 option, and it delivers very crisp stereo sound. Other options include LED headlights, a one-touch power trunk, intuitive parking assist, and a heated and leather-trimmed wood steering wheel, to name a few. What stands out to me is that these feel like they should be standard features in a luxury car. What you do get standard is the 4-cylinder hybrid drivetrain. The 2.5-liter engine works with an electric drive motor to put out a net 200 horsepower. Acceleration is like that of any Toyota or Lexus hybrid. It feels like an EV at low speeds when it's using only electric power, and then the motor kicks in when you accelerate. Acceleration is decent and steering feels well weighted, but there's no real feedback. The car just feels kind of numb. Additionally, the brakes don't feel very sharp, perhaps because they are regenerative. There's a driving mode dial on the center console, but frankly, it doesn't do much. Eco, Normal, and Sport are just varying levels of, we'll get there eventually. The ride can be described as pillowy at times, but strangely, it's not quite as smooth as you might expect. It feels soft, but it doesn't soak up major bumps in the road. At least the ES has great fuel economy. EPA estimates for the ES300H are 40 mpg in the city, 39 on the highway, and 40 combined. Frankly, our driving experience has been right about that, at 38.7 mpg in combined driving, with the sport mode on more often than not. When it comes to safety, the ES300H delivers, with the Lexus Safety System Plus now standard. This system includes a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, adaptive cruise control, intelligent high beams, and lane departure alert with steering assist. And you get all of that safety kit for the base price of $41,820. Our test car featured the Safety System Plus, as well as the Ultimate Luxury Package, featuring heated and cooled seats, panoramic sunroof, rear sunshades, wood trim, and power tilt telescoping steering wheel, and its price came in at $51,005. But once again, a tilt telescoping steering wheel is an option on a luxury car. It indicates what the ES really is. The ES has strong reliability numbers, and our ES Hybrid put up great fuel economy numbers, but at times it feels like an empty suit. If a no-nonsense commuter car is what you want, and your tax bracket demands something nicer than a Camry, the ES 300h will be there. But for the same price, you could get a Genesis G80 and have a car that's not only nicer, but is more fun to drive. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more videos, like our review on the Genesis G80 or Jaguar XF. And if you think those vehicles deliver more passion and performance than the ES, let us know in the comments. And to read my full review on the 2017 Lexus ES 300h, go to CarGurus.com.